You know my next guest from many things, including the BAFTA-nominated mockumentary, Meet the Richardsons, alongside her husband John, of course. There's two of them there. But now comedian Lucy Beaumont, well, she's going solo for her first ever stand-up tour, The Trouble and Strife, and joins me now. It is so good to see you. I like the title, Trouble and Strife.
Thank you, yeah.
So what can we expect? What can we expect from the show?
I think it's a funny show.
I'm glad.
That's good, isn't it?
Because it's a comedy.
Yeah.
So it would be good if it was funny.
Yeah.
But what do you sort of draw on? Is it life? Just
it's
life
my whole life, yeah. I'm like, you know, like some of us do have him. You know, like Frank Spencer.
Of course I do.
I think I am him. I think I'm the female vet. I've just, all my life, it's like I've been in a sitcom. I get myself into these situations.
You do.
Yeah, so it's good to be able to talk about him, really.
Absolutely. So you could get a wee Benny and a wee coat like him and...
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I always remember him hanging onto the back of a bus with roller skates on.
I've
Do you
done
remember
that.
Have you?
No.
I wouldn't be
no,
surprised.
No, quite.
I wouldn't be surprised. Because you had a thing which I've often thought about, is this going to be a good idea? About you're having a party and you think, butlers in the buff. You can, you know, get them to come and serve drinks. And you had quite an unfortunate experience when that happened.
Oh, my God. It's been like therapy, the talk, because I relive it. I think I had some sort of trauma about... Oh, it was awful. It was my friend's 40th and we were in hotel rooms in Leeds and I thought, I'll order one off a website, a butler in the buff, you know, to hand out...
It's like, they're like waiters.
Yeah, the waiters.
But they've got I think, do they wear aprons, but their bottoms are out?
He didn't. He just had a bow tie and a thong. But I thought, because I said it was for a 40th, I thought they would send age-appropriate butler.
Right.
But he was 22.
Oh, no.
It was off.
And he's too young.
I had to greet him in reception and I talked to him as if he was like my friend's, like, you know, like play friend. I was like, come on then, son, let's be having you.
Oh, my God.
And I was on my own with him because I'd, like, decorated the room and he went and got changed. And then my friends texted and said that train's been cancelled from Hull and we're going to have to wait an hour.
Oh, no, so you're in with this wee boy for an hour?
Yeah, and we
trying to make small talk?
Yeah, we sat on the bed and we watched Love Your Garden together.
Oh!
And then they arrived, my friends, and he said, oh, where do you want me to be? I said, oh, go hide in the toilets. And I was shaking, and they didn't know what was going on. I said, I've made a terrible mistake. There's a young boy in there.
A young half-naked boy?
Yeah, and we all sat and we give him careers advice.
Oh, that's adorable. Not quite the evening, perhaps, that you had anticipated.
No,
but maybe, yeah.
It was traumatic for everyone involved.
I don't know what it's hilarious, and things like that keep happening to you all the time. I must admit, I do relate to one story you were saying about your daughter not being able to understand you because she's, you know, you're obviously at Hull, isn't it?
I'm at Hull, and
of course you are.
Quite rightly middle class.
Yeah. And it's kind of the same for us. And she doesn't understand sometimes what you're saying.
No, do you have it as well?
Yeah, very much so. When Rosie was tiny, it was not so much Rosie. She was used to us, but it'd be her friends. Yeah. They wouldn't know what we were saying. She had to translate, especially for her dad.
We did it. I'd said, I was making a buffet and I said, I'm in hosting mode. I said, I'm the hostess with the mostess. And then she just said, what is she saying? Like that. And then with a play friend, we walked this little boy, lovely little boy home and we went across a field. I said, God, look at all these merle-earls. There's a merle-earl, there's a merle-earl. And they just looked at each other and went, I don't know. What's the mole hole? They wouldn't be knowing what it was. Oh, that is hilarious. I love that. I do absolutely love that. It's fantastic. Now, as a woman in comedy, we're always told, not so much now, but we were told before, say sort of 10, 15 years ago, it was tough. It was horrific.
Really, really tough. It was, you know, it was very difficult to sort of be you know, to be able to get a chance, apart from anything else, just to get a chance to go on the stage and do your stuff.
Yeah, there was this culture. It was like 2010 to 2000 and I'd say probably 2015.
Right.
Where everyone just didn't think women were funny. Women were embarrassing. And I've got an email saying, we've had a woman on the bill this month. And people didn't book women because audiences didn't turn up to watch women. Cool. The idea that you'd have two women
So
It is
they
mad.
they sent you a thing saying, "Oh well, we've had a woman this month,
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
filled our quota.
Yeah.
So obviously we can't book you." And then you sort of go, Victoria Wood, you know, French and Saunders. I mean,
But they were
you know,
seen
so
separate.
many.
They were comedy actresses, and it's
Oh,
like
that's interesting.
actual female stand-up comics. It's a man's game,
Right.
and you were trying to muscle into a male industry.
So hard. I mean, it's
Yeah.
34 years. You think Jo Brand for years was
Yeah.
probably one of the few, wasn't she, Jo?
This is why she's a legend.
She is
Because
a
I mean, if
legend.
it was bad then, what was it like? I can't imagine what it was back like in the 80s and 90s.
Really hard.
But I think certain female comics have like opened the door for, you know, like
Yeah.
Sarah Millican,
Yeah, of
Catherine
course,
Ryan,
good.
Sarah Pascoe, like they've all
Yeah.
opened the doors for
And you?
Yeah, well, I came along. Luckily, they'd done a lot to change that, but
Yeah.
I've just been bulletproof on TV, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You're right. So at least it is getting a little bit better.
Yeah,
At least it is, which is fantastic. The tour, Trouble and Strife.
Yeah.
When does it all kick off? Where do we see you?
I've done one leg, a northern leg, and then everyone kept saying, "When are you going to do a southern leg?" And it was always in the process. But so this is more southern dates, starting 1st of March.
Oh, great.
And there's still a few tickets left.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
It won't be now. It won't be now.
Yeah, and then probably I'll do another leg in the autumn if this goes well.
No, of course you should.
yeah,
Of course you
I've loved
should.
it.
Because it's stories that we can all relate to.
Yeah.
Utterly charming and hilariously funny.
Yeah.
I mean, what more can you ask?
What more can you ask?
Exactly, exactly. So good to see you, Lucy.
Thank you.
Congratulations on everything you're doing. Good luck with the southern leg
Thank you.
of the tour.
Thanks. There's a man in a dressing gown over there.
There is.
What's he doing?
It's a very, very scientific study
Is it?
that we're doing. Yeah,
Right.
it's not gratuitous at all.
No.
In any way.
I'm so sorry.
Tyler would have been an amazing butler in the buff, wouldn't he? For your girls.
Yeah,
It'd have been more
it
appropriate.
looked like a few on the website.
We've got a whole new career for Tyler. Thank me later. Thank you.
Thank
think that's
you.
where
so
it's
much.
going.
And as you said, Trouble and Strife continues in March at the Marlow Theatre in Canterbury.